Hi everyone, welcome on today. Gonna look at security camera. You know I love security cameras and solar devices, my favourite things. And this one, very latest high-tech camera, I've got to do this one for you because it has such a lot of really interesting features on it that make it really a must-have product. I do love all the things on it and I'll show you what they are now. Here we have it then, out of the box. This one is made by Blurams. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that, whether it's Blurams or Blurams, but there we are. And you get this little fixing kit. You get a little kit to mark it with at the back one screwed up to the wall, and you get, more interestingly, a nice UK plug on there, which makes a nice change. The camera, nice and small, not massive, not one of those massive big things, but it's an outdoor camera, so it can go outside as well as in, so that makes it multi-use. So you're asking what makes this one so special? Well, it's the fact that this one has got facial recognition, up to 10 faces, and that's a pretty good count in my book. And the detection is really excellent. On this one, finally, not only the detection amount when you pick up someone in an area, but you can actually shield in the amount of view, the detection area you want, and the range. So it's really quite unprecedented, the amount of actual false alarms you can stop with this camera just by putting the settings the way you want. Anyway, I'll download the app now and show you it from the app on the phone. Once you have the app down, it will appear like this on your phone. This one here, Blurams, which we're going to click open now. Get that straight away. Then we'll go to our main screen. There then is the image on my camera. As you can see, it's looking pretty good already, facing up the garden. As you can see by that image on my phone, it's very good indeed, isn't it? Here is the all-important menu, which we all need to see. I'll scroll through them quite so you can see all the things there. A cloud service, there's the facial recognition, night vision, rotate the image, storage, because you can record to an SD card in the camera itself. And status light you get comes on, microphone to be able to talk back to anybody on the device, and time zone and stuff like that. But we'll go to the actual, I think what I like, one of the things best, apart from the facial recognition, is the amount of items that you can set in the detection. So we'll go to the detection thing first. So once you push that one, you get here to allow notification. So we'll go to the motion detection one first, and I'll just show all the things in there. Once you switch that on, you get activity zones and sensitivity. So we'll look at activity zones. I'll go there and you can see, look in my back room, so if I want to just zone the TV, I can just click it to go off in that area there. So you can select an area of what you're seeing to actually activate the alarm. You also get sensitivity, which means you can lower that sensitivity so it doesn't go off quite so often with false alarms and things. Another handy bit I think you need at these cameras. The next one we move on to is sound detection. Once again you have sensitivity so that we can move that level up or down. Don't want it going off any false alarms, but it's great to have that one as well. One of our big important ones I like is this one, someone appears, and this is the one, isn't it? This is the one we want, so it doesn't go off with animals, pets or anything else or any other movements, but it goes off only when someone appears in the camera, a face appears. And you will notice there that it does say that you'll be notified with a photo when someone is detected. Now this has got to cut down on a lot of those awful false alarms, which is the problem with security cameras, isn't it? And the next handy one is familiar appears, so someone familiar comes on. So on this one, obviously, you can turn this one off, because if it's someone you know, you may not want it going off. But if it's keep an eye on a family member, then at least you can at least turn that on and see who it is. There's also a stop notification time, so you can set it not to notify you at certain times when you don't want it to, such as when you're asleep, but maybe that is the time you need notifying. Who knows? And the last good one down there, how often to send. Now, as you can see, the camera's down there looking at me. which you'll have to see, but another nice one that might scare someone, might do the trick, might be enough. Noise often does a trick. You can set this for an alarm to go off, or you can actually do it yourself, and that's this little button here. If I push this one, right here, this, you know. That's quite good, isn't it? Okay, so you know, you can see that. There's another one here for viewing the live stream videos. Clicked it on there. So you can save any bits and pieces, snapshots or alarms to internal memory of the phone. And we have another row of really good useful features at the bottom there with the events and favourites, sound and record. You can click on to manually. There then is all the events that I've recorded into my camera card at the moment, so they're all there. There's another last little screen there to do with the cloud services there and your favourites, and good ability to clear the cache. There we have a lovely nighttime image of all the rubbish in my loft. Tons of it, but it's actually pitch black up there with the hatch shut. So, I mean, that is pretty impressive, isn't it? Nighttime view. So let's have a last look across the garden here. I think that's a pretty impressive image. That is really good. Fantastic. There you have it then. If you're after something a little bit more upmarket, and a camera that doesn't go off with all those false alarms, because that's the problem, isn't it? We want to protect our property, we want to have security, but we don't want to be notified every 2 minutes of a spider crawling across the lens or the cat walking in front of the camera. We only want to be notified when someone is around, and I think that's why the facial recognition thing and the fact that you can set it for people rather than animals and such things to go off. This finally, to me, brings it a little bit more up to date, and we want to get notified then with what we need to be notified with. A burglar or something happened on our property. Okay, so that's it. I think it's quite an interesting camera, that one, and that's the most features I've found so far. I'll give a link if you're after one, if you'd like to look at one. That's it though. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you again next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye bye.